This video is brought to you by the 3-Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou and welcome to Arcs in about 3 minutes. Review copy used, core box only. It has no solo mode. It's a game for 2 to 4 players, playing time is long, and it's a moderately complex game. You are the leader of a spacefaring civilization. Can you fulfill your ambitions and become ruler of the galaxy? The game lasts for 5 chapters, each of which normally consists of 6 rounds of play each. The winner is the player with the most points, and as soon as any player crosses the relevant thresholds shown on this track, the game will be over at the end of that chapter. Trick taking. First and foremost, Arcs is a trick-taking game. Push your luck. You nominate public goals and then hope to beat the other players to them. Play a turn. Cards drive this game, and they come numbered from 1 to 7. They also come in 4 different suits. You'll start the chapter by drawing a hand of 6 cards. The first player plays any card from their hand here. They then take a number of actions shown on the dots. The type of actions they can take are on the card. The other players have the option to play a higher card from the same suit and take the number of actions on it. They can play a card from another suit to take a single action on it, or they can play a card face down to take 1 action from the leading suit. The player who played the highest card takes a leader marker, or if someone plays a 7, they take it too. You may also declare an ambition. This makes your lead card a 0. Take the highest scoring marker and place it on the ambition that matched the card you played. Let's look at the actions quickly. Build lets you put down a building on a planet you have forces. It can also build 1 ship, but is limited to 1 per shipyard a turn. Repair lets you flip damaged buildings over, as well as repair damaged ships. Tax lets you take resources from a planet. If it's not your city, claim an agent as well. Influence lets you put agents onto cards in an effort to claim them. And Secure lets you take cards where you have the most agents into your control, taking any agents on the card. Move lets you move any number of your ships into an adjacent space, or if they start in a spaceport, you can fling them many spaces. Battle lets you roll a die per ship. The blue dice are low risk, low damage, the red ones high risk, high damage, and the yellow ones high risk but allow you to steal from your opponents. Whenever you gain goods, they go on your player board, and the more cities on the board will give you more spaces to store them. Any ships you destroy or agents you capture go here as well. If someone raids you, they can take items off you equal to the keys rolled on their raid. The ambitions are scored as follows. Tycoon is the most of these 2 resources, including symbols on cards you control. Tyrant is the most agents captured on your board, and Warlord the most ship trophies. Keeper is the most of this resource, and Empath this one. Once all ambitions are scored, the lowest value flips over. Why would you like this game? Arcs is something special, but that also means it's likely to be an intensely polarizing game. There are aspects of it that are simply brilliant. For example, making basic trick-taking the cornerstone of the game and thereby eliminating 90% of the busy work of your traditional 4X game. That's genius. As is making the victory conditions something you nominate, and the earlier you do it in the round, the more they are worth. None of the petty fetch quests of other games. Once Warlord is declared, for example, things get ugly quickly. The 3 different sets of combat dice and how they work add layers to combat while maintaining simplicity. And the guild cards let you develop emergent powers and start breaking game rules. All up, a game everyone into conflict games should try at least once. The best thing about this game is just how fresh it feels, despite using one of the oldest mechanics in gaming. However, Arcs is prone to massive reversals of fortune, and there are no safety rails. A bad run and you can be all but wiped off the board. And if you get raided, you can lose all the cards you've built up. Arcs is brutal and unkind, but in a way that seems to reward audacious plays. If you want to turtle up and build fleets, you'd probably best play something else. For different takes on galaxy-spanning games, check out Twilight Imperium and Eclipse 2nd Edition. Arcs, more like flips. Gold medal game. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.